Like, and when I lived in Georgia, I went to Sumter County Elementary, and I was rich. So like, and there was like, you probably seen the CNN special, heard about it or something like that. It got back to me, and that I was giving like people every day in my class like $500,000 every day. And so then I got, because my mom worked at the Federal Reserve, and I knew everything about it. I knew that like there was like five central bankers what could print money. They was making money out of thin air, but I was like 5 years old, so I really couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand what they was couldn't understand what they was talking about. Well, I couldn't understand what, you know what I'm saying, about the situation of, so I went to school, I went to Harvard to study, and I went outside and I just, you know, started networking and asking people questions and things, so I found out a lot of answers. Well, when the CNN special went down, I started to understand how they was printing money out of thin air. Like most celebrities and things like that, they have money as their power, what they got. But like I say about Jennifer Hudson, she got good ass fucking credit. And probably at that time, a $900K a day job. That's not what you see on regular basis in local governments. Is a cop makes $500K, and a job in the city usually has a Walmart or Amazon with the Walmart with shovels them products. Most people making $9.95 coming out of high school, but they got power. What they got could get the job. If you walk around here and be 225 pounds, 6'3", and look better than Usher, you'll probably play D1. Well, along those lines. Well, so a status of compare, if you look almost that good, you know what I'm saying, about like Usher, you know, that you know what I'm saying, you'll probably play different way. They'll be like, hey man, you look like a celebrity or a star, you should try to apply for a passport and go to college. You see my goggles are nice. Well, I make more than you because I've been working here for longer. I got a longer work history with this guy and that guy. That's what I'll tell you. But so while I was in class, I told people that, you know, that I said that in class, you know, the teacher was like, I'll teach people this and that, but I'll do what I can do, and we'll try to make money and try to survive in the world right about now. I hope the economic system doesn't so much as crash. You know, because I wasn't going to let it crash because, like I said, they got SSI information of the teacher on every student, and then the teachers really like the executive, and the students are mainly the clients. And you yourself, a parent in the house, can't win up against the Board of Education in your city or your metropolis. You can't. And so they'll put kids in protective custody, protective service. And so once when they do that, they have like no knowledge or no type of a leadership about how to do it. We shouldn't put people in private custody or protective custody to the point that it can ruin their life if they ever somehow type of way fully develop their powers, what they said that they had, such as you see on Harry Potter or something, to ruin their life in the world in the future. They'll put people information in private as soon as when they call. Or they'll run a compliance scam and say that whenever they should have came over there and zapped them worse than that, what happens in the movies Transformers. And so, only the finest, only the goodest popcorn on the ground, only the finest. Only the finest Pepsi over there on the ground can, only the goodest. Only the strongest move to eat it no matter what, only the greatest. Well, it wouldn't be a big ass hot dog stand right there, convert you to do it, you wouldn't do it maybe, but you would have got a better choice. I'm going on a cigarette. I was looking at the cigarette first. I was looking at the cigarette. You can have the popcorn. I was gonna hit that Pepsi too. I was gonna get it. Only the goodest water, only the greatest when I ask. Well, so look, you go sit there and wonder what the kid was doing in class, what was so special. Well, he was like, they have to take this money in the world in the future. And while I lived in Georgia, I know, man, it was a lot of game bounce over. So they'll put you in all type of wrong protected custody. Even in prison, didn't give you too much of a chance. You know what I'm saying? You could put like a Secret Service setting of a cop somewhere and tell people that they can't go here because it's closed as a roadblock or something like this. Like before you did all that shit, and that would be totally backwards. If you wasn't in on the whole scheme, what the Georgia kids was gonna do, the much money as I was paying them, they would be like as much money as it is in the world maybe that you might get. It wouldn't be so convenient for us to take it. Or they were doing it for particularly no reason. Well, I was convincing them to print, to be able to make money, so they was doing it. And when they was making the money, they was counterfeiting the money, or they was making it, but they weren't counterfeiting it, and that they realized that they got so good at it that they was go to the store and spend it without being backed by any gold. So they had a cap where they would try to set a goal and a business plan and a market strategy, even running a whole nother government and even the black market. And that they was following the LLC proprietorship at the government in their state. And they was getting all the little perks what they could have with it. And well, so whenever they was printing the money, they was scheduling a credit type of basis, and they was trying to schedule a credit type of basis. And when they was trying to schedule a credit type of a basis, this is not for you if you can't understand. To get involved, they was like doing they had $9 trillion of a credit basis of about $8 billion what they had printed. They pay you back with a type of a system. Was where it didn't work. So so I got a report of Federal Reserve of private owned business, you know what I'm saying, that I own, that like, you know what I'm saying, that with $9 trillion is what they were saying that they had, was the money was counterfeit because they didn't do the complete plan. What I told them would be me, the student, that they didn't do the complete plan of being like, once when we printed the money and you came out of a situation what you was in, that we would go over here and have the $9 trillion, what we could have an agent to tell us and a provisor what to do with it. They was like, F you, we'll try to kill you, cover up this information and live our life at a job at Amazon and never say it had happened. Well, I previously have no further education other than the elementary school, and the fact that they was closed down all schools, any type of way what they would do with any type of government agent what they had, what kid was 65 mile per hour fastball instead of 89 mile per hour fastball would never go pro. It'd be like rich dad versus poor dad, and the kid what was shoveling the money to them would be rich dad. I wrote a book about it. It's mainly coming at every library in the world. Every public library, if it's in a good city. Well, so whenever they had $9 trillion, someone said $9 trillion was stolen from the Federal Reserve. It's kind of put a little hold on everything what in the world what people think it might then. And so like, it was in Georgia, man, when them students did that, man. That's what they little plan nice ultimately ended at. But it wasn't going so much as ends as good as I needed it to or wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna end how I needed it to or wanted it to. Cause I was gonna be able to tell people that, you know what I'm saying, I saw that here in a situation and I was handling a lot of business and doing a lot of things what I was doing just was easy. But I wasn't marketing strategy myself much as people what was in on the host was tell you. And they'll tell you this and that, good things about only just to go and do it. As if they had a compulsive disorder about shoplifting or something. They would tell you that whenever it was whose dad worked for NASA, whose parent worked for NASA, that they would go to Walmart with you and need a ride, not for you could see something like a new game that came out, for they could run around the corner and say what they had to do and why not to come and why they would pocket it, knowing they have the barcode bar on it. The attack when you went outside, anyways, when you wouldn't be so close to them to know that they didn't be doing it anyways, just an example. How you can look at the whole web graph or chart over that, and whenever that was happening, they was gonna try to, you know, just rob the Federal Reserve in general. A federal crime, when another person be looking at a felony for a stolen cell phone or something, will be sitting in school and stole a kid's cell phone, didn't know no better. Whole Caucasian kid. Wouldn't know no better than steal a cell phone than go over here and go to someone's yard and take a basketball and start dribbling down the street. They never want to know. They go in there and give them the whole motherfucking damn charge of book for a person can get away with that. I have no idea how. Most of be free today. A person will completely press charges on you. And you'll be walking down the road, can't go in protective custody because you got stuff what to do. There'll be no point to do it when you got 97 roadblocks outside trying to catch a person for selling 9.5 grams of cocaine, man, what they'll never get away with doing. They'll either get strung out on it, right, and run short and be homeless on the side of the road, won't tell nobody.